All right, so this unit, we're going to just do a little bit of algebra review. I know that last spring was obviously a little bit weird, so I want to make sure that you guys have a good foundation in algebra because you're going to really struggle in the geometry if you can't solve equations. So each day we're going to spend a little bit of time just working around some algebra review. What you'll find out a lot about geometry is with geometry concepts, those will help you set up an equation, but then you'll need your algebra skills to solve that equation. So once again, each day, just a little bit of review to go through some of these and make sure that we know how to do that. So let's start with the first problem here. 5r plus 2 equals 17. So the first thing I'm going to do is just draw my line down the equal sign. Remember, we have to balance both sides of the equation when we do something. I see right here we have our variable, so I want to get it alone. I want to do whatever I can to get it alone. So what's attached to the r? Well, there's a 5 being multiplied, and there's also a 2 being added. So we typically work in reverse order of operations. So when subtract 2, we have a positive 2, so we subtract 2, and when I do to one side, we have to do the other side. So now here, these 2's are going to cancel, which leaves me with just a 5r. And 17 minus 2, that is 15. So we have 5r equals 15. So once again, I want to do that inverse operation, do the opposite. So if it's 5 times r, then we need to divide by 5 to do the opposite. 15 divided by 5. Here my 5's cancel, so I'm left with just r. And here 15 divided by 5 is 3, so we have r equals 3 as my final answer. And note that we can plug it into to make sure we get the correct answer. So far is 3. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 2 does equal 17. So that checks out. All right, here's another practice problem here. Once again, we want to get the variable by itself. So we want to get p alone. So we want to kind of move over things that we need to. Remember, we have our two sides of the equation with that equal sign. So the first thing I know is something is being subtracted. 12 is being subtracted. So I'm going to do the opposite, and I'm going to add 12 to both sides. Be just a little bit careful with your calculator. Make sure you plug it in right or doing it right. A negative 22 plus 12 is going to leave me with a negative 10. And then here, negative 12 plus 12, that cancels out. So I am left with a negative p on the right side. All right, so remember, anytime we have a variable, there's always a visible number in front of it. There's a 1. So that's actually negative 1p. And because it's being multiplied, now I can divide by negative 1. What do you do one side? I do the other side, divide by negative 1. And negative 10 divided by negative 1 is going to give me a positive 10. And a negative p divided by a negative 1 gives me just a positive p. So 10 equals p. So remember, if there's a variable with no number in front of it, that's actually an invisible 1 that's in front of it. And then you can just divide it like normal. All right, so go ahead and try these two on your own. Pause the video. When you come back, you will see the answers. All right, so here we go. So for this problem, we get an answer of negative 4 is equal to y. And for this problem, f equals 5. Go ahead and take a look at those steps. If you've got any questions, let me know. But that is our algebra review for the day.